Australia, it's Sunday, the 21st of June, and this is a look into your week ahead. First off, let's review last week. It was a big week of weather. We had a low pressure system and a rain band delivering a lot of rain to most of the country, really, though, concentrated in this southern coastal area. We also had some incredibly warm temperatures, warmest on record for much of the eastern side of the states. And to top it all off, we had El Nino declared by the Bureau of Meteorology, with indicators that it could be the strongest El Nino on record. We have a video that we posted last week explaining why that's not necessarily something to panic about, so you can go back and watch that if you're interested. But let's have a look at this week. I'll say that there's less weather happening, at least it's more consistent. So if you're not on any coastal areas, what you can expect this week is it will be dry, it will be cloud free, and it will be light winds, which means there is a high chance that we will be seeing very low overnight temperatures, lots of fog, and maybe frost risk. So let's have a quick look at that. We can see here, this is the rainfall totals from today, Sunday the 21st, until next Sunday. And it is pretty much dry across the country. This system over here, picking up in Perth, arrives towards the end of the week / next weekend. And then this little band here on the west coast of Tasmania is a front that arrives late Tuesday, early Wednesday, but it peters out before it hits any of the main agricultural areas there in Tassie. Let's have a look now at winds. There is a high pressure system sitting over the continent, and it remains for most of the week, seeing that our maximum wind gusts are anywhere between 10 and 20 kilometers for most regions. There is currently some marine wind warnings out for today. They shall ease as the week goes on. Let's have a look though at temperatures, because it gets bitterly cold in the mornings, and that's as expected when we don't have that cloud cover overnight. Long wave radiation leaves and it gets really chilly in the morning. So we're seeing some places in the negatives as the week goes on, especially in our alpine regions down in Tas, but you can see big blobs of cold overnight temperatures. Our daytimes warm up with that sunshine to about the mid teens down in the south, and then just usually regular temperatures up into low 20s or even up into the high 20s in the very tropical regions. So what that means is, with those still conditions and those cold nights, we are likely to see fog over most of the southern part of the continent. In Tasmania, this does elevate to a frost risk, but for much of the south, it doesn't. And that's because frost requires cold overnight temperatures, still winds, but low humidity. And because of that rain delivered last week, which had a lot of tropical humidity and moisture in it, we're just not meeting that condition. So while there is a chance of frost in localized areas, especially if you're down in a valley, mostly we're looking at a fog risk this week. Okay, so it's calm. There's not a lot of rain coming, but expect overnight lows. Let's have a very quick look at the long range for Australia. Here we are looking at July's chance of exceeding the median rainfall. As we can see, along most of the east coast, it's a 50-50 chance. Down in these southern regions, we are unlikely to exceed the median rainfall for July. Of course, let's have a look at maximum temperatures. We're likely to exceed them, and this is a story that we're seeing quite a bit lately. However, in the north, we are not likely to exceed those maximum temperatures in July. So it could be a chilly north for the rest of winter. Have a great week, and we'll see you in our detailed state-by-state forecasts down below.